good evening, everybody. Once again, happy Valentine's Day. Please come on in. Make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day. I like this little tune. StreamYard be trying to do some things on here. They always changing something up or adding a little something, something. Okay. What's going on? I'm not going to be here on here long. I just want to check in with you guys. We were live earlier this morning, and I said I might come back live later this night, depending on how I was feeling, if I was too tired or not. It was another long day. And take some of this water. But yes, it was another long day. I know a lot of people have plans for today for Valentine's. A lot of people did their little Valentine celebration Friday or Saturday. Yesterday, of course, was a Super Bowl, so wasn't really nobody celebrating no Valentine's yesterday. Well, probably the people who probably don't like football. Probably the people who don't like football. I know people on my Facebook page. They're like, and a few people who left comments on YouTube. They're like, well, I don't like football. I'm really not interested in football. But, their spouse, their partner, their mate, their husband, boyfriend, whatever, does watch football. And so they happen to be able to check out the halftime show. And from what I can gather, there was 2 events this weekend. Okay, one locally and one, of course, was the Super Bowl. But besides the Super Bowl, there was another event that took place that actually was here in Omaha, Nebraska. And that was it was a concert. It included Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, Genuine, John B. Who else? Genuine, John B, Jagged Edge, Drew Hill. And I think that was all. I think that was all of the people that was in the concert here. And let me tell you, I didn't get to the concert. But I've been hearing a lot of negative comments about the concert, as well as negative comments about the Super Bowl halftime show. So I didn't really get into the Super Bowl halftime show this morning. But I think all I said was really that I enjoyed it, because we was talking about some other stuff. We was talking about Tasha K. We was talking about the B sector, other things when I went live on my lunch earlier today. But I didn't really get into the Super Bowl uh halftime show. I did enjoy the halftime show. I really, really, really did. There were some people who were not impressed. They think that they should have selected different people. Like, of course, some of them believe Dre, Snoop, they should have been a part of the halftime show. But some people was like, why did they pick 50? I guess he was like the surprise guest or whatever, a surprise performer. But I enjoy 50 Cent. I really did enjoy 50 Cent. And I always love me some. That's one thing I said on my show earlier this afternoon when I was on my lunch break. I always have loved me some 50 Cent with his chocolate ass. Woo, child. Hey, it's just Polo. What's up, Polo? Is that the Polo that I know? Is this like your backup channel? Or is this a different Polo? The Polo that I'm familiar with is Polo the Creator. So is this the Polo the Creator or a different Polo? Forgive me if I got the wrong one. But welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. I'm just having a little late night Valentine's Day chit chat going on. If anybody wants to hit the link, I can drop the link if anybody wants to jump on the link. Oh, you said that's you? You just changed your name? Okay, awesome. That's what's up. I like that name. It's just Polo. I mean, I like the other one too, Polo the Creator, but I like that one too. It's just Polo. Yeah, that's cute. I like it. I approve. But yeah, so if anybody wants to chime in on the Super Bowl halftime show or anything else that's going on in the beef sector or whatever, trending news, we got about an hour or so on here. I'll try not to go past too long because it is a work night and I do have to work as well. But yeah, we was just going on and on and on this afternoon, talking about different things on my lunch break. And I kept saying, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta clock back in. Um, so we can continue, tonight if we wanted to pick up where we left off. Because we was talking about the B sector, we was talking about Kimmy, we was talking about Rob, we was talking about them Docs and Pizarro, what's that? Diamond Ring Dory. We was talking about Tasha K. We squeezed a whole bunch of commentary in 1 hour over my lunch break earlier, and that's why I said, man, I'll just come back later tonight just in case anybody wants to resume what we were discussing. But as far as the halftime show, again, I did really enjoyed it. I enjoyed everyone. Snoop. And who was that? Somebody else said I've been on. Who was that? I can't remember who that was, but whoever said it, I don't remember if it was a content creator or somebody on Facebook, but somebody said, I've been alive all these years and grew up in the Snoop Dogg era, Dr. Dre era, Death Row era, and never knew Dr. Dre played the piano or the organ. I was like, well, I didn't either. When Dr. Dre was sitting down at the organ or the piano, I was like, is that him really playing? Or is he just moving his fingers, making it look like he playing? Oh, okay, Polo. You said thank you. This was my original name, but folks couldn't find it. So I went with something different, but I like this one better. Yeah, sometimes when we choose a name for YouTube, I always tell people to be original. I always tell people do not use your first and last name unless your first and last name is totally about if your first and last name is like your brand, like Beyonce, like Kelly Clarkson, like 50 Cent, like you know what I mean. If your name is like your brand, then of course use your name on YouTube. But if not, then I'll be telling people please don't put your first and last name on YouTube or social media because people be on here doxing like crazy. But yeah, when you first start a YouTube channel, regardless of how creative you get with your name, for a while people won't be able to find your shoe. People couldn't find me on neither one of my channels when I first started. It's not until you start doing all that commentary, making all that videos, getting all the support and clicks and views and likes and shares and all that, where your name just pop up by just typing a few letters in your name and it just automatically pop up. But yeah, so sometimes it takes a minute for people to be able to find you on YouTube. But yeah, I like that name. But yeah, again, if anybody wants to click the link, please feel free. Let me make sure I put my little let's see. Let's see. Let me edit, save. Okay, here we go. Put my little like and share at the bottom. But okay, now back to this back to the halftime show. Okay, now I done heard people say they enjoyed Mary J. Some people saying she was trying to be like Beyonce, dress like Beyonce. I didn't see that when I was looking at Mary J. I just saw a beautiful older woman, the queen of hip hop, that has aged so gracefully. Like really gracefully. Like when I be watching Power, the spinoff of Power, I'm like, Mary looks good. You know, when I was watching Power the last few seasons or whatnot. But then when I looked at her on the halftime show, I was like, damn. Like Mary J. She is, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she eating. I don't know what she putting on her face, putting in her bath water, putting in her water bottle. Hey, Karma Diva, what's up, boo? Happy Card and Candy Day. Hey. I don't know what Mary J. Blige is. That lady looks good. She looked like she ain't aged. I'm like, child, I want to be like Mary J. Blige when I grow up. That's all I gotta say. I had nothing negative to say at all about her performance. She had on them boots with them heels, that little nice little jumpsuit or whatever she had on, snatched around that waist. You know, her hair, she always do that blondish kind of hair, you know, the weaves and everything. You said Dr. Dre didn't make that song, Scott Stars World, Dr. Dre. Oh, well, okay. I didn't even, okay. Mary should have had her own halftime. You know, yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I just think that with this halftime show, I understand that a few of them were actually from that area, and a few of them were not from that area. But the reason why they had so a different variety of people on there was because Dr. Dre had a lot of influence on those people. Everybody who was on there last night, Eminem, that white boy. I've always loved me some Eminem. Even when he was being very controversial, even with some of the songs that he has sang, you know, especially the one about when his, remember that song? What's that song? When his girlfriend was in the trunk and then he drove the car into the water or some shit like that. I was like, oh shit, that's how he really feels. And then the one about his mama, and I'm like, well, I can tell you what, the man is really transparent in his music. Some people write about real shit. Some people write about fake shit. Some people write about real shit they did in the streets, and some people make up shit that they really did not do in the street. But yeah, I always been an Eminem fan, 50 Cent fan, Dr. Dre, Snoop, you know, Mary, um, all them. You said Mary should have chosen better songs so far. I thought she did good. I thought she did the reason why that song was chosen because again, Dre Dre was like the main focus of the Super Bowl halftime show. So the songs that they said Mary did was influenced by Dr. Dre. That's what I'm going off of. You said Dr. Dre should have chosen better songs. Snoop could have done his own halftime. Why don't you just jump on the link for 02 revenue? I dropped the link down. Come on up here and give me your opinions. And Polo, you can jump on too. You said I agree 402. That's what a lot of people been saying. They've been saying they like the halftime show, but they think they either should have chose different performers, or the performers should have chose different songs. So I don't know if the performers really, I don't know if they were requested to sing certain songs, or if the performers was just like, this is what I'm gonna sing. I don't know. I don't know. You said Eminem had a black girlfriend and called her the N word in a song he did before he got signed to Aftermath. Oh, really? That's interesting. That's interesting. And as far as Mary's outfit, I really liked her outfit. Again, I heard people talking about she was trying to look like Beyonce. Um, um the only person's outfit that I saw, and you know what? They were talking about Snoop's outfit. They were talking about Snoop's outfit. They were saying Snoop, some people like, dude, you too old for that. You like 50 years old. How old is Snoop? They're like, you like 50 years old, man, and you still wearing like a whole bandana. That's what he was wearing. Like, he was wearing like a whole bandana, like a whole blue bandana outfit up there doing the sea walk or the crip walk. But I don't know. That's Snoop. That's Snoop, and Snoop is like, I don't know. Sometimes he just do him. He just try to be different. He try to stand out. Everybody was looking really nice. The selection of clothes they was wearing. 50 Cent was looking thick. Ooh, child. Mm, mm. Back to 50 Cent. And y'all saw that picture, right? That I posted of 50 Cent when he was upside down. When he was upside down, I was like, how the hell they got his ass? I would have been scared shitless. Like, just hanging there upside down. I don't know. It looked like he was enclosed in something, or I don't know. Then he just flipped up. I don't know how the hell they had him up there, but when they be setting these stages up and stuff, they be doing all kind of stuff. Have people swinging through the air and all kind of stuff. But that picture that I had posted, they was like, "Ooh, it looks like 50 Cent is, eating good off of that power. 50 Cent is eating good with the power money. Instead of 50 Cent, he a whole dollar now." I was hollering when I saw that picture. I posted it on my Facebook and on my community wall on YouTube, by the way. Oh, 402 says, screw Dr. Dre. He never stood. He never, I think that's supposed to be stood. He never stood up for anything other than his own pockets. They claim they didn't get paid for the Super Bowl performance. You know what? Do people get paid for the? I thought nobody gets paid for the Super Bowl performance. That's what I thought. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn I heard that a long time ago. That they don't get paid for the Super Bowl performance. Now, I guess I'm gonna have to look that up. You said Snoop is 50, November 7th. Of course, he was cripping, but it was the same colors as the Rams. I mean, I get Snoop. I get Snoop. So when he came out there with that blue on, and when he came out there with that whole, again, when he came out there with all that blue on, I just get him. Okay, I was like thrown back into the 80s, into the 90s, and I'm like, I don't know. I get it. I get it. But a lot of people was like, he shouldn't have worn them clothes. He should have came out. He's older now. You know what? He's still dressing like he a teenager, and stuff like that. But I get it. I get it. He said Omaha. I mean, why I say Omaha? Eminem did this George Bush in his song called Mosh years ago. But yeah, I do get it. I do get why he was dressing like that. Snoop is always, I mean, he just gonna rep. He just gonna rep his shit. He gonna rep his hood. He gonna rep his set, and we should be used to it now. Whether it's from the Super Bowl, a Super Bowl halftime show, a regular concert, a special appearance. Snoop is just Snoop. So I wasn't surprised at all. I wasn't surprised at all that he came out wearing that whole blue. Mm, yes. I was living for it. I was living for it. But yes, I really did enjoy the halftime show. But when Mary fell back, oh my God. I was like, ooh, Mary. Mary, she done fell back on that floor. And who child? They was like, Mary, she about to shake the building with those thighs, boy. Ah. But she was looking good. I don't have anything negative to say about Mary. I really don't. I really don't. But I did not realize that once again that Dre played the keyboard. Why didn't I know that? I, I had no idea. Hold on, somebody just sent me a message. Uh, speak on. Oh, thank you. Let me look at this. Somebody just sent me this article. Okay. All right, all right. So regarding or relating to the comment in the chat about not getting paid for the Super Bowl, Mary J. Blige in a excuse me, Mary J. Blige spoke out about not getting paid to perform for the Super Bowl halftime show. And she said she isn't bothered by the fact that she's not getting paid to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. In an interview, she said the singer called it an opportunity of a lifetime. She confirmed that the halftime performances are. That's what I thought. Yeah, I heard that a long time ago that the halftime shows are not paid. That is more about. I don't know. It's just like that's one of the biggest opportunities for musicians, for singers, rappers, performers is to perform at a halftime show. Not only are you getting all that publicity, but for somebody to think that big of you, that highly of you, to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, that's like everything. I would perform for free. Like really, I would perform for free for the Super Bowl halftime show. But yeah, she said, "You're listen." She said, "You're going to get paid for the rest of your life off of this. People are going to be knocking at your doors." She said, "They don't have to pay me, but if they was paying, it would be a lot of money." I know that's right, MJ. Hmm. But yeah, they had a lot of different performers. Kendrick, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige. Yes, baby. 50 Cent. Ooh, child, 50 Cent. Mm, mm. But Mary J., I think they said she got a new album too. I need to see. I'm sleeping on stuff. Mary J. Blige new album. Let me look this. Okay. Now the last album I'm seeing here is Strength of a Woman in 2017. But okay. All right. So Mary J. Blige released her. Is this her 15th album? Oh, she's so beautiful. Just so gorgeous. Okay, the 9-time Grammy winner, Mary J. Blige, released her 15th R&B album titled Good Morning Gorgeous. It features 13 tracks with collaborations from Anderson, Paak, how do you say that, Paak? 5 Foreign, Dave East, Usher, Her, and more. There were 3 tracks released over the past couple of months, including previously released track titled Amazing, featuring DJ Khaled. Well, I ain't heard about no new Mary J. Blige song. Do y'all know how big of a Mary J. Blige fan I am? 402 Revenue. Ain't nobody told me about Mary J. dropping no new albums. Karma Diva said, her album dropped today. I gotta check that out. Uh no, Karma Diva, they don't get paid. I heard that a long time ago, years ago. They do not get paid to do Super Bowl performances. They get paid from the exposure. Right. Like 402 Revenue said. They get paid for the exposure. Like a lot of people who might not have ever really heard of them or been interested in them, they might start buying like their albums or supporting them or downloading stuff. But yeah, I've been hearing that for a long time that they don't get paid. Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, we talked about that. Was that this morning? Yeah, I think we talked about that on Friday night too. Well, not Friday night because we didn't have a Friday night live show. We talked about that on Sislow's channel on Trash Talk Alley 22. Yeah, Friday night. But yeah, weren't you over there with us 402? I think so. Yeah, we was talking about how right after he purchased Death Row Records, those allegations came out. And I was like, it is very coincidental. I mean, you know me, I'm all about not re-victimizing any victims. So right now, allegedly, he assaulted someone. And they didn't press charges for him to be locked up or anything like that. They didn't press criminal charges. They're trying to sue him. They are trying to sue him. So, for to take a step, you said they did take a step. You said they did. What she said, take a step. Mm. Mary, Dre, and Snoop putting out new albums. Yeah. Oh. Somebody said Mary J. Blige should have performed with Redman. What do you think about that 402 revenue? Do you think she should have performed with who did they say? I think they say Redman or did they say uh what's his name? Oh boy. Oh god. The one who played in the spinoff Power 2. What's his name? Who helped me out, y'all? That sexy brother on Power, the spinoff 2. What is his name? Method Man. Okay. I think they said she should have performed with Method Man or Redman. Method Man, yeah, Method Man. And I was like, well, yeah, that would have been nice to see his sexy ass up there too. But what I really love was how they had the ground. I don't know what they was using, if that was graphics or if that was actually a layout like a rug or something on the grass. How they had the whole city of like LA and Cali, and you saw like not you saw the actual neighborhoods, the actual blocks, the actual streets, the alleys, the hoods, the I love how they did that. I really do love how they did that. That was like very, very creative. But one thing I did say that I thought when Dr. Dre started playing a little bit of the Tupac song, I Ain't Mad at Ya, before he started, transitioning into Still Dre, I think they should have had like a hologram or something, Pac. I wish they would have done the whole song or a little bit more of the song and had like a hologram of Pac, on the grass or up on the big screens or somehow, that's what I think. Instead, I mean, they played a little song and everybody was like, "Hey, I ain't mad at," they was ready for it. But I think they should have had like a hologram of Pop. You said they all need to have with Method Man. What have word? They all the all I need died with Method Man. What? What? 402, what are you saying? What are you saying? Hey, Decop for Life, more. How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Roll call. 402, I don't know what you're talking about. You said the all I need died with Method Man. We'll have word. Method Man, ooh, child. He's another one. who looks like he's just aging gracefully. Like Power spinoff too. He's one of the main reason I'm watching. I love the Powers, different spinoffs and everything, but I ain't gonna lie. When I heard Method Man was gonna be on the spinoff Power 2 Ghost, I was like, I'm there. Front and center. Front and center. Oh child. Mm-mm. But yeah, we're gonna have to follow that case with Snoop. We're gonna have to follow that closely. Closely. Because again, it seems like it's a coincidence that right after we all hear the announcement that he purchased Death Row Records, some female, some chick comes out with some charges. Ooh. See, that's why I could never be married to a celebrity. No performers, nobody in sports. I don't know how these women do it. Especially the ones that they know that their man is cheating on them, got babies on the wayside, then brought home STDs, been arrested for certain things like hey, what's up, homegirl?
Hey, I'm only
Hey.
stopping through for a hot second.
Oh, okay. And 402 said duet. That's what he meant. I kept saying the all I need diet. I was like, what?
You're all I need. That's the song with Mary and Method Man. And he was some I
Right.
think he might have been talking about the eye. You know how Method had that eye, little
No,
crazy
he meant to
ass.
say duet. He just typed it. He
Oh,
just typed it in the chat because I kept saying, "What you mean the all I need diet?" But he meant the all I need duet. Yes,
uh,
yes, that's what people were saying. That they think she should have performed a Method Man. But yeah, go ahead, boo.
but no, I jumped on because I wanted to discuss this lady and yeah, and Snoop and uh Don Bishop Don Juan or whatever the hell his name. Now, from the story that I was told, the way it was relayed to me, that the chick was picked up by Bishop Don Juan, taken to his home, assaulted, and then taken to Snoop's home and assaulted there. I got some questions. Like, why did it take you all of these years? You didn't know who they were. And why didn't you say anything back when it happened? You now all of a sudden you have this story. And I mean, this gonna sound bad, and I know people gonna come after me, but you go, you get in a man's car and he take you to his house and he assaults you. But then you get in the car with him again, and I know between his house and Snoop house, somehow, some way, he had, unless Snoop lived next door, he had to stop at a stop sign, a red light, something. Personally, just speaking for me, if that just happened to me, because if he done did that to you, ain't no telling he might murder you too, or be thinking murder. I would jump out the car. I'd risk a broken leg over death any day. That's just me. And I know when stuff like that happens, you're not, sometimes you're not thinking rationally, but it's called, you got to kick into survival mode. It's time to start thinking outside the box, people. And I'm not just saying that for ladies. But, going back to the story, you do that. I mean, then you go to Snoop's house and you didn't think about trying to escape then either. What, I mean, What did she think was gonna happen? If the man didn't take her back home, where did she think he was finna take her to Disneyland? I mean, I'm confused.
Well, I don't know, child. I read the article too, and from the way I read it, it seemed like she might have been given something.
I mean, just, but okay. And
I
so
mean,
why you?
if you like, did you like, did you read that part?
I did not. I did not. So she
Well,
was given. She was
she
given something
well from the court documents.
allegedly. All of this is alleged.
Well, from the court documents, she said that her and her friend met both of them at a nightclub. And that Don Juan offered to take her home, but
Mhm.
instead he took her to his house. Um, she had fell asleep, and when she woke up, she that's what I'm allegedly. They not saying he gave her something, but it just sounds a little suspect to me
Mhm.
that she fell asleep, and when she
Mhm.
woke up, his shit was in her mouth.
So
Um,
how did he get her in the house, or was this in the vehicle?
this was no, he took her. He was supposed to take her home,
Yeah.
but he took her to his house, and she
Mhm.
fell asleep. And then when
Now
she
she fell
woke up,
asleep in the car or in the house.
no, he took her to his house in the
Uh huh.
house, and she fell
Oh, okay.
asleep. And she said when she woke up, he was forcing himself in her, oral sex.
Mhm.
Then she told him that she wasn't feeling well, but he insisted that they go to the studio where Snoop was filming the Double G News Network. And he told her to put the dress on. Let's go to Snoop's to go videotape because he wanted to see if he'll make her the weather girl. And then when she arrived at the studio, she said she still wasn't feeling well and she ran into the bathroom. Snoop barged in after her while she was on the toilet and tried to force himself on her oral sex. So I'm not saying they gave her anything, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we could ask this question a million times because it's
Yeah.
thousands of women who it's thousands of women, celebrities or non-celebrities, that don't report when stuff happens like this. But it still is a little coincidental
Her timing is
that the
very
timing,
suspect,
right? The timing. He just acquired Death Row Records, and
and
I
I'm
hate
thinking
to
she figure
always
if
like,
he can buy death row, he can pay. He can pay me.
right, right. But see, my stance is, and you already know my stance. I hate to just automatically assume a female is lying just because the situation just might not sound right to us. Because shit do happen. Me myself, I was never believed by certain
I'm
people
not
when I
saying
was
that shit
touched,
don't happen, but
and some people do tell, and they still ain't believed. So I know that for a
and that's
fact.
true.
But we just never know. We just never know the real story behind these women. And as much as we want to keep saying, I would do this, I would do that, I would take my shoe off and hit them in the eye. I would, you never know what situation they might be under or what duress they might be under. A lot of times these females around these celebrities, they be giving drugs, putting stuff in their cup. I mean, just doing all kind of shit because most celebrities in the entertainment field, they all do drugs, all of them, and not
Yeah,
just weed.
that's
So
true.
I don't know, child.
I
I mean,
can,
if he didn't do it,
I'm not.
I hope she ain't lying. I really hope she ain't lying.
I hope not either. And I'm not trying to re-victimize anybody, but it's just there's so much going on, and there's so many people lying to try to get a come up, a payday, and Even even people not even in the celebrity world that lie to to cover up something that they shouldn't be doing, or like that one. I That's part of the reason why I'm so distrustful of people, especially when they come out years and years and years afterwards. I understand that you are traumatized, but come on, let's you might still have some evidence. Let's try to get this taken care of while you have the evidence and get this person off the streets
There's many people.
instead of
I
what
mean,
I mean. And I know, and
from the hood to the White House, as our logo, our slogan goes, from the hood to the White House.
right.
It's
And
so
I'm
many
not just, and I
women
mean,
and boys and men who will never ever come forward. They will take shit to the dirt, to the grave,
yeah.
because they either are embarrassed because they were probably in a like, remember when I told you the story of somebody close to me has said to me, and I couldn't believe it. I still don't believe it, and I don't agree with it. But they said anybody who gets assaulted, if they wouldn't have had their asses there, basically, it wouldn't have happened. So basically, it's their
What?
fault. They were in the, they shouldn't have been there. They should have been.
No,
I told this story before. I know you
I
may
can't
have forgot.
say
You might forgot,
that that's
but
ever. I would never say that that's their
I
fault
would
that
never
that
say
happens.
right, and I wouldn't either. But they went on to
No,
say, because I said, well, that has happened to me before, and it wasn't like I just ran across town, disobeyed my mother, like the shit was like in our circle. It happened, and I didn't do anything wrong. And it was like, well, and I'm like, well, what would you say to your daughter if that happened to your daughter? Let's say she met somebody, they seem like really nice, decent people. They were talking, you know what I mean. Um,
mhm,
for a while, finally decide, she know him well enough to go out on a date. They meet somewhere, something happens, he drugs her. Anything can happen these days, and she ended up being assaulted. Well, she shouldn't have been there. She should have had her ass at home. I was like, "Are
no,
you serious?" And
no.
and the
That's
person who
you.
said this is really close to me, so I'm not even gonna say their name or nothing. But they know we was like going back and forth to the point where I said, "You know what? I'm done with this conversation. We're gonna agree to disagree, because we really need to talk about something else. Because when you talking to somebody who has had something like that happen, traumatic to them, and then you say that every person who has something happen to them, they shouldn't have been there. Like,
Mm-mm.
there are people who meet
What
people.
about the people who's sleeping
Okay,
in their home and somebody, breaks in
exactly.
and does that?
I guess, man, well, they probably
They
would say
shouldn't have been
that's
home sleep.
they'll probably say, "Oh, that's different." That's probably what they would say. That's different.
But I
But
mean,
girl, I was appalled. I mean, I was like so taken back. I'm like,
but the
and I can't
story,
believe you, out of all people, like that I know, is saying this. Girl, I was
but
too
the
done.
story I was gonna say was there was one, and this was in the. I mean, it was all over the news and everything. Young black kid had a scholarship to play football. I mean, top top player. I mean, top pick in the country. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and messing around with this young white girl. She'd at a party, and her parents pull up. Well, she got caught with this Negro boy. So she hollers rape. Sticks to her story. This boy goes, he loses his scholarship. He got sent to prison. Did some years. And then all of a sudden, this bitch comes out of nowhere and says, "Oh, I lied. I didn't want to get in trouble by my parents." You done cost this boy his scholarship, his education, his possible Yeah, he might have. Who knows? He might have made it to the NFL, and who knows what else he could have been beyond that. And all of a sudden, after years have gone by, you want to come out and say, "Oh, well, I was lying. I didn't want to get in trouble." Bitch, you went through all of this. Put this boy and his family through all of this. He better than me, because everybody in her family, the prosecutors and all of them, would be homeless. Because I'd be suing the fuck out of everybody,
Well, hell,
especially.
that's been going on for years. Hell,
Oh
look, I mean,
yeah,
we just brought it. Just came back right smack dab in our face with the Emmett Till shit. You know, a couple of
yeah,
weeks ago when they was doing the series, that 3-part series, and a lot of people knew of the story, but to see it on screen, to see the way the they were treated down,
yeah.
you know, and the lady, she's still alive today.
No, she died.
There's some people who some
Carolyn
people
Bryant, she just died about a year or so ago.
Carol Bryant, I thought she was still alive.
No, she just died like a year or so ago.
Really?
Mhm.
Hey, I could have sworn okay,
She was
okay.
old as shit,
No,
but she just.
yeah. And did she do anything on her deathbed? Did she? I mean, I know they said that she had told somebody years ago, she admitted to lying, you know, about him making advances towards her. But did she
Mhm.
ever go to the family? Did she ever
No,
call them? Did she ever make a
no,
visit? Did she pay for them to come visit her? You know what I mean?
hell
So
no.
stuff like that will happen from time to time, but that doesn't mean that when women come forward, we should automatically just question their truth. Because again, that's why a lot of women and men don't come forward.
I don't
You
know.
know,
I just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me and the way I was raised, but I question shit. I, I mean,
I mean, it's
if it
okay to
don't, my
question
thing
shit.
is this.
I'm
To
just saying, I
me, a
give
lot of
everybody a
times,
fair chance. If somebody say there was rape, I mean that's like if your daughter or anybody else. If I came up to you and said I was raped, are you gonna question me? If your daughter came up to you and raped, are you gonna say, "Are you sure?" You know what I
oh,
mean?
I ain't gonna
I
say,
think
are
we
you
should treat.
sure?
I
I'm
think
gonna
we should
ask. I'm
treat
gonna say,
every
who is
victim
it?
the
Who
same
did it?
way.
When did it happen? Where did?
Right. And
Those
I
is
think
that's
that's
what I'm
how we should
saying.
treat
And
everyone.
if the answers to me, I'm just saying, if the answers don't sound, my thing is this, and you know I say this all the time. If it sound like a duck and it walk like a duck, then damn it, it ain't a turtle. It's a damn duck.
But if your somebody knew
And
came up to you and said they was raped, if you came up to me and said you was raped, what the motherfuckers at? Let's go to the police right now. I'm not gonna ask you. Are you sure? Where did it happen? Who did? Hey,
you ain't gonna ask where it happened,
we'll talk on the way to the police station. We need to get on this right away. Where your clothes at? Did you take a shower?
right?
You got some proof. Let's
That's
go
what
to
I'm
this to the
saying.
police.
Those is the questions I'ma ask.
But I
And
would
if
be
those
like,
ain't making
well,
sense and ain't lining up, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, this ain't sounding right. Just like I'll say this, just like it's the same thing, just like with that Jussie Smollett shit. When that happened, and everybody was, oh no, they tried to hang a black man. Oh, they tried to do this to a gay man, and I'm like, this shit ain't sounding right.
right,
It don't. It
if
ain't.
so, okay, so let's do it like this because I know you have a big issue with women who don't come forward right away. So
I
sometimes
shouldn't
okay,
say I
a
got a
story.
big issue with it.
No, no, no,
I
no.
mean, I
Listen,
just think that it should, like I said, I know people are traumatized. It's a very traumatizing occurrence. I get that. And I'm not, I would never negate anybody's trauma. And something like that happened. But what I'm saying is, why not, if you don't have the strength? Have somebody who can stand there with you, to go with you, to report this while it's still fresh, instead of waiting 5, 10, 50 years, when most of the time, in a lot of states, not all, but in a lot of states, the statute of limitations runs out and this is no longer a prosecutable offense.
Right.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
the only reason why I say that is because that is usually the first thing you say, though, when we
Yeah,
talk about stories about this. Well, why they wait so long? That's why I
I
said,
do say why they wait.
okay. So that's why I said you. Okay, so
I
my
will
my
admit to
thing
that. Yeah,
was,
I do say why they wait so long. Like
well,
with
that's
the
why I
damn Bill
said you be
Cosby.
having a problem with that.
But no,
Okay,
I just
that's
wanted to
what I was saying.
clarify why I say that.
Right. I see. I
And
understand why you say it, but that's like the first thing that comes out of your mouth when you hear something like that. So what I was going
yeah,
to ask you was, so if it was your child or somebody you know who's really close, I mean, if your
I'm gonna
daughter say,
believe it.
"Mom, I was raped 10 years ago," are you going to say, "Well"?
I'm gonna say, why the hell
Uh,
you didn't tell me 10 years ago?
but are you gonna like? I don't know if I should believe her because
No.
she should have told me. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think everybody should be given a fair chance. Now, if they come out lying, then I think, and this is another thing I think, like you was talking about with the girl, and it happens from time to time where people lie, and I think that they should be prosecuted and placed in
Mhm.
prison the same way, the same place where a man might have went or did go and got released.
Yep.
So I think they should prosecute them with the harshest penalty as possible,
To the fullest extent of
to
the
the
law.
fullest
Yeah, I
extent of
believe
the
they should.
law. I
Yeah,
do believe that.
exactly.
And especially if they got hardcore proof that they lied. I do believe that. I really, really do, because you really could ruin, even if a man get off, people still gonna look at him side eye.
Cause see, the thing is, and you know this to be true, they is something. Even if you just accused of something, they plaster your face all over the
Yep.
news, the
Yep.
newspapers, the damn TV news, and it don't matter whether they drop the charges, whether you are well, if you go to trial and you're acquitted, they may make a little statement on the news. But if they drop them charges, they not finna, make this big story like they did when you were first accused.
And you
They
know
not
what?
finna they not finna sit there and be like, oh, well, you know what, she lied, or you know what, she didn't have the
Mhm.
evidence to back this up. But now
Right.
this person's life is still fucked up, even though they've been, acquitted, let's say. So
Yeah.
they've probably lost their job or career. They still got people in their neighborhood
Hmm.
and where they go, side eyeing them, looking at them like,
Right.
I don't trust this motherfucker. I don't. They still gonna have that happening. And a lot, I was watching this show one time, and a teacher that happened to, well, on the show, it happened to this teacher. And even though she was found not guilty, she couldn't get a job because she was a teacher, so she lost her license. She couldn't
But see,
get.
my thing is, I wonder why. Like, why do you think accusers are not prosecuted? Like,
I
I need
don't
to look it
know.
up. Is it a felony or is it a misdemeanor? Is I mean, I don't even
It
know.
should be a felony. You would think it would
Yeah,
be, especially lying under oath.
right. Because I've never heard of anybody go to prison or go to jail for lying.
They should. They honest to God should, especially after, if somebody has done some time, you've destroyed this person's life, and probably, and more than likely their family.
Yep, probably lost their
You
husbands, their wives, or
right, and they don't
girlfriends.
lost access to their kids, and now people ain't trusting them to be. You know how it is. You be like, I don't trust. Don't leave them kids around so and so, or hold on, we gonna leave because
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Woo 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 is here now.
Uh-huh.
No,
Mm-hmm. Uncle
and
Ray,
it should.
Uncle Ray Ray, he
Yeah, yeah. And so I I don't know. I think I'm just hard on everybody,
yeah.
and yeah, and I mean, and I apologize. That's just how I am. Like I said, I question. I ask questions. That's just like
And
I
see,
said
I've
to
been
me.
around, like literally, you're probably the only one I know who's never been assaulted. And I know a
Yeah.
lot of people. I mean, from family, friends, co workers, like almost every single woman that I know. It was either a family member, a family friend of a friend, somebody they knew from school, somebody at work.
Mm-mm.
I mean, literally,
The
almost everybody I know has went through something traumatic. And
the closest thing that's
oh,
ever happened to me like that was um I was riding. This was I was like 12, 13, and I was riding with one of my uncles when we was down south, and he had got out of his car, and his friend was sitting there, and his friend was like, "Ooh, you show a pretty thing. You show look good, and this and that." And I was just like, "Ew, you like 40, and I'm like 13. That's gross." And I sure was like, I told my uncle, "Hey," he was in here talking about how beautiful I look, and ooh, I sure did. I was like, "No, Negro, that is not gonna go down." Mm-mm. Of
well, a
course,
lot
my
of
uncle
people that I
handled it, but
know, a lot of people who I know who this happened to, they either didn't tell or they told and the family swept it under the rug. And that's usually how it works. And, the urban community, the black community, I mean,
see, with my
that's
family,
just how it
I don't want
goes.
to say we was the mob, but it was kind of that almost that mentality. Like, no, you don't touch our women. You don't look at our women like that. We ain't playing that shit. No, period. So, as far as I know, none of us have ever been assaulted. Thank God. But yeah, mm-mm, that's, we didn't, my family did not play that at all.
Right. And that's again, as far as you know, because everybody don't talk
Yeah,
about it.
that's true. That's true. But to my knowledge, the none of the like I said, I always say the five girls. That's five
Yeah, it
girls.
could have been. I mean, I ain't putting nothing on nobody, but it's just not always at home. It could be something happened at school, something happened in the neighborhood, something happened when you was on a
Right,
date, something happened on, some people just never talk about it.
right, right.
But just like we have everybody have a crackhead, everybody got a thief, everybody has somebody who's always borrowing shit. Everybody has somebody in their family
Oh
that
yeah,
they might be embarrassed of or might show a bad light on the family. So
yeah.
it just like almost every single family, there's somebody who's been assaulted. It might not be in your immediate family. It might be a cousin. It might be
Oh
a sister.
yeah.
It might be an auntie. It might be, I mean,
Now that's not to say I
that,
don't know. I mean, I do know of some like extended cousins, you know, that that has happened to. I do know of that. Hell, I even know of a cousin that allegedly like to touch, and he's one of them distant cousins, but it was still, and I mean, he we didn't see him that often. But once I found out, because I was an adult when I found out about him, or even when somebody was like, "Oh, that's your cousin over there, and you got to watch him," blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, ain't nothing." And then when I was working at the homeless clinic, because they have like the program down there too. I don't know if he was in the program or if he was homeless or whatever, but he was down there,
hey,
and
Carrie.
he come over trying to talk to me and give me a hug. Negro, if you don't remove your arm from around my shoulder,
hmm
it will be dislodged. And it will,
Exactly.
but the funny part about that situation though is, man, shout out to Fred. I miss him. Um, Fred was a out and proud gay man, beautiful black man, and he was so funny, so sweet. But Fred, he always yes girl, and this he was all of that. But when that Negro had his arm around me, and I was like, dude, move your arm. He was like, oh, come on, cuz. Oh, Fred's voice got so deep. He was like, nigga, she said take your arm off. I was like, who the hell did that come from? What? I was like, I had to step back, like, wait a minute. But I was like, thank you, boo. Thank you. I
Hmm.
mean, I would have handled it regardless, but I'm glad you had my back.
Right. And what's up, Carrie Ray in the chat? Hey, y'all, Carrie Ray got a channel.
Hey,
Hey,
where
y'all need to
you been,
subscribe to
boo?
Carrie's channel too.
I
Carrie
know.
be all over the place. She just
I
like
was thinking
me.
about doing another video. I was thinking about doing a video today.
Hmm. What you gonna do a video on?
Um, my first, I think I'm gonna do a video on grief and how it is okay to grieve, and if you need help getting through that grief, it is okay to seek help. Don't feel ashamed. Don't let nobody put it in your head, oh, you weak if you go and get help. And it's, no, you get the help you need to help you get through. However, because everybody grieves differently. Some people grieve more than others. Some people it cuts deeper. Some people are able to bounce back, the next day.
Yeah.
But
Well, do you want to
with,
do it by yourself or do you want a panel?
we could do a panel. That would be cool.
I'm gonna need you to sign up for stream, y'all, just like I had my bro do. Hmm.
Oh God.
Come on now, Carmeliva.
Oh God. Cause yeah,
Don't
I
you
would like to
allow
talk
me.
about that. I think that's something important that because like it or not, we are all gonna have to go through some kind of grief
Right.
sometime in our life,
Yeah.
and knowing that you are not alone, you're not the only person going through this. Others have been there. They can help you, and then there's also professional help that's out there for you, and you just need
Right.
to seek that. Just all you have to do is say, I need help. Three
Yeah.
words.
Yeah. And I
And
just dropped Carrie Ray's link. You guys please go support Carrie Ray, her channel as well. Carmeliva, I'm gonna go grab your link too. Um
oh gosh.
but yes, you see what Carrie Ray said. You see her message?
No, let me look. Come on,
Hmm.
sign up, girl. Oh Lord.
Sign up for that StreamYard, girl.
If I sign up, you gotta come on, Carrie Ray.
Yeah. I love me some Carrie Ray.
Hmm.
She's very, very supportive of a lot of different YouTubers, and I'm so glad she got her channel. And she gave me a shout out when she did her video. She was like,
Yay.
I was over at the hood table because she got this accent like this
I
Caribbean.
love her accent.
And she was like, I was over at the hood table and she told me to start a channel. And I was like, oh, hey, hey, I got me a shout out. Got me
Hey.
I was like, yeah, because Karma Diva will tell you, do not ever tell me you thinking about starting up a YouTube
Please
channel. I'm
don't.
gonna stay on
Please
you.
don't.
I'm gonna stay on you. And I'll be
Anybody listening or watching, please don't tell her.
like,
Don't.
girl, just like my bro. I've been telling him, my bro, forever. You need a channel. You need a channel. And this last weekend, I hit him up. I inboxed him. I just sent him the link. I said, "Here's the link. Sign up for StreamYard now." And he was like, "Okay." So then I said, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" I kept inboxing, "Are you ready?" He was like, give me like 30 minutes." Give me like I hit him again. "Are you ready?"
just hassle people. Oh gosh. Look, I'm changing my number. Shit.
She wants me to drop your link. Let me see if I can find. Let me see. Karma Diva.
Yeah, and I still ain't set up the second channel, so it's on my regular one.
Yeah, what you gonna name the second one?
Remember, the second one was Caramel Diva Combos.
Well, see, you got like Karma Diva Chit Chat and
The
Karma
Caramel Diva
Diva
Combos,
Combos.
but then but it's my regular one is the one I do all the videos on now.
Yeah, the Karma Diva one. Is that one's just titled Karma Diva?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna drop this link, and then whenever if you ever create a different one, like a separate page or a separate channel, then
Mhm.
I'll just share that link too. So Carrie Ray, I just dropped Carmel Diva's link too. Carrie Ray
And
said,
there are some videos on there already,
mm-hmm.
just kind of talking about different topics. And if you wanna leave a message or a question about something that I said on there, please go ahead. And I love to get other people's perspective on what I'm talking about and interact with others, because that's what it's about, is having conversations. We need to have
Exactly.
some of these conversations. I think another one of my conversations that I want to have is, why now is this quote unquote critical race theory such a big deal?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so critical now?
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal with trying to hide the truth?
Mm-hmm. That'd be a good conversation. And Carrie Ray said that I made her feel like she had to start uploading. She said she felt the
I
pressure.
know.
Oh, I don't want to
I
feel people
know.
feel pressure.
Peer pressure like a mother.
No,
Like,
see,
damn.
honestly, let me just say.
Is this an after school special? I was feeling.
No, because let me tell you. If I ever tell somebody that I think they would make a great content creator on YouTube, I see it in you and I see you going far on YouTube. Honestly,
Well,
I am
thank you,
just
Miss
going to tell
Cleo.
that's
Call
just
me
like
now for
telling
your free psychic reading.
that's just like telling somebody who can't cook that they should be a chef, or telling somebody who can't sing
Mm-mm.
that they the next Whitney. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? If I hear and I continually see and hear great commentary coming out of you, great topics, your ideology or how you look at things, perceive things, I'm gonna just be like straight up. I think you should start a YouTube channel. Like really. Now, and I always say, I even told Carrie Ray, if she ever got any questions about StreamYard, YouTube, or anything, to hit me up on IG and my DMs. So I tell people
Carrie,
that
I
all the
totally get it. Me too.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. If you got any questions, just hit me up on IG and my DMs. And like Carrie Ray, I don't know, she fixed it, but when she first went live, the sound was out, and people in the chat was like, "Dang, I wish we had somebody, a content creator, in the chat to kind of help her." And I
And
didn't
then
see the
Tanya put on
video.
her little mask and her cape and said, "Here I am to
No,
say good
I wasn't
day."
even there. I wasn't even there. I didn't see the video till later. And so when I came later, I was like, "Oh dang, she was trying to go live," and I felt so bad. Like, oh, she couldn't get the sound to work, and then she ended up going live like a few days later or whatever, and she got the sound right. And everybody in the chat was like, "Hey, Carrie Ray's live!" So it was kind of exciting. I don't know. I get excited when I hear people want to start a YouTube channel. I don't know why. I just think we all have a lot to say, and like my bro Tone, now he goes live on Facebook all the time. You could be going live on YouTube too, and build your channel up, get monetized. You could be making money off your channel. Like, why not? I look at it like a hobby. Like some people, this is like their real job. Like some people quit their jobs once they get so many subscribers.
Man.
I will never do that. I'm not quitting my job, but I will use it as a side hustle, a side job, a hobby, some extra coinage every month. You know,
I
But
just be, it just be stuff that happens around me that I think about, and I'm like, okay, well, let me. And
let's
that's
talk
why I
about
only do
it.
it. Well, you know what's been going on, but I'm trying to get back on track with, you know, life in general. And that's another one, or that could be part of the grief talk.
Right.
How do you get back to your normal life and getting back on track?
Hmm.
You know, after a loss. So,
It's a long road. You're right, Carrie Ray. It's a long road to monetization. But with that, I say everybody who starts a channel that I know, I
oh,
tell
believe me,
them
Carrie Ray, I know because the way we was hustling, just trying to get subscribers.
you have to you have to really grind. Like
Remember us trying to
on
hustle? What was
YouTube.
that, about a year or two ago when we
Yes,
was,
I'm telling you, Carrie Ray,
man,
go
we
live
was
as much as possible.
we was hustling like a mug trying to get subscribers.
Yes, go live as much as
Dude,
possible. When you have a brand new channel and you start from the ground up and you need those subscribers, go live as much as possible. I told my bro, you be live on Facebook when you be walking to work. Do that on YouTube. If you cooking around the house, if you cleaning up around the house, if you walking your dog, if you at the park with your kid, if you at the grocery store, if you shopping, if go live as much as you
you
can
would
because
not go live in the doggone grocery
hours.
store.
I did. I sure,
Girl, I'm
I
gonna
sure
slap your
was.
phone out your hand.
I sure was. When I was getting my hours, I sure was. When I before the Rona, when I was slinging cakes like crazy, and I was always at the store, the cake store, the decoration store. I would be going live, be walking down the aisle. Oh, look at this cute little cake decoration sign. Just you when to get that 1,000 subscribers and those 4,000 watch hours. Go live, go live, go live. Like you'll
Mm,
never get there if you're going live once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. You'll never get there. You'll never get there. So see, thank you, Carrie Ray. See, Karma Diva forgot all about that.
what?
Remember the viral video that went live from Walmart that I
Oh
got?
Lord, that was,
The handicapped man. Remember we interviewed him that night?
yes,
Uh-huh.
girl,
He came on our channel and we interviewed him that night. Sure did.
that was
And
funny.
that video is on its way to 500,000. It's like at 500,000.
Oh my God,
It's at almost, can you believe it? It's almost at 500,000.
wow.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. I can't believe it either. But
Wow.
yeah, that video went viral. Matter of fact, somebody had copied the video and posted it on Facebook. And I
Oh,
jumped on
did
the
they?
link. I jumped on the link. I said, "This is my video. I'm the one who recorded the shit." And I interviewed him later that night. And so people in the chat on Facebook was like, "What's your YouTube channel name? Where's the video of the interview?" And da 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 da. The dude who posted the video, he didn't act like he was too happy to see me in the chat, the person who created the video. But because he was on Facebook, if he was on YouTube, I would have struck his channel
Mm.
because it had a lot of views, but it was on Facebook. And I was like, it's just an average guy just posting, reposting some shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Don't be a TK. Don't be a
it was my
TK.
entire vehicle. It was my entire video. And I said, if it was on YouTube, I would have struck his channel. I sure would, because he posted the whole video. You said, don't be what? Don't be TK? What you say, Carmelita? I think she on mute. But yes, Carrie Ray, it's a long road to monetization, but you just gotta grind, 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 grind. And people laugh at me when I say what I used to do to get my subscribers up. Um, when my first channel, Tanya's Primetime TV, when my first channel, it took me a while to get my subscribers. With my second channel, everywhere I went, family reunion, cookout, birthday parties, church, the nail salon, work. I was asking people, You got a YouTube? Are you on YouTube? Do you watch YouTube? Do you know I got a YouTube channel? They's like, what's your YouTube channel? The Hood Table. Okay, I'm gonna check it out when I get home. I'm gonna check it out when I get to the car. I'm gonna check it out when I get to whatever. I'm gonna check it out. No, just give me your phone. Where's your YouTube app? Okay, that's your YouTube app. Okay, let me see your phone, and I'll go on their YouTube app. And not only would I subscribe them to the Hood Table, but I subscribe to Times Prime Time, my cake decorating channel, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice. I was signing them up for every channel that I had. And they didn't even know why they thinking I'm only signing them up for the Hood Table. And I did that everywhere. I would go to family functions. It's like 30, 50 family members there. Hey y'all, sign up for my YouTube channel right now. I'll be like everybody phone right there. Type in the Hood Table. I used to do that everywhere. I even did it at the bank. I got customers at the bank who didn't order cakes from me at the bank. And I walked in there one day. Hey y'all, I got a YouTube channel. You know, I'll be doing cake decorating and other stuff on there. Sign up to my channel. And they was like, what? I take their phone. I never let somebody walk away from me and say, I'll sign up for it or I'll look it up when I get home. Because what do we do when we get home? We forget what everybody's done told us.
Hell, I forget before I leave a presents.
Thank you. People have done that to me before. Be like, look me up on Facebook. I get home. Damn, what's their Facebook name again? What's the name of their business again? I can't even remember. So I would take their phone. I'm telling you, we got to our 1,000 way faster than I did when I had my Times Prime Time because I was really grinding and trying to get those subscribers. But do whatever you got to do. That's all I got to say to get your
That's
subscribers.
when you was chasing cars and stuff.
Girl, like a dog. Shoot. I'm telling you. But yeah, Carrie Ray, I listened to your other video, the one you did the other day, and I think you did a great job. Um, I know you might. I don't know. I don't think you interested in like being like part of the beef sector or whatnot, but you was doing commentary on some of the people in the beef sector, and I think with as much as you know about the beef sector and how long you've been involved and all the people you moderate for and all the people support, I think you could probably do a combination. Like,
Girl, you don't want to be a part of that mess. That's a
no,
mix made in hell. You don't
being
want to be a
a
part
part
of
of it.
that.
I don't mean being a part of it as far as beefing, but just doing commentary on it. Like, we're not
But
part of
that
the beef.
can lead to beefing too.
Well, we 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 do commentary on the beef sector every now and again, like every now and again, but it's usually like big stories. I don't do commentary on every single little
Now, if
thing
it's a
that
big
happens.
story, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but I'm not on here. Oh, guess what such and such did? Guess what such and such did? Guess what such and such? Like some people, like Tracy and some of them, they do the rundown. They follow everybody. They jump from chat to chat. They be taking notes. I mean, they just report on everybody.
Taking notes.
I ain't got
What?
time for that shit. Now, if something pop off in the B sector and it just seems like it's trending, then we'll discuss it. But other than that, I'm not following all these people. I watch for entertainment, but I'm not about to report on every single little thing that happened with every single YouTuber in the B sector. I ain't got time for that.
And
But
just to switch gears just for a quick second, because he finna rest his head, I want to say good night to my mister. I love you, baby. That's a hard working man right there.
where he at?
He's at home. He's
Is he
he's he's
watching?
yes.
Hi,
He's
Mister
watching.
Mister. He watching for real?
Yeah,
Hey, Mister. You got a
he's
brother?
watching.
You got a brother?
He do, but
Is he
he's
is he
gay.
married? He's gay. Oh damn.
Yeah.
Nothing against that. Nothing against that. But damn.
Oh, nothing. And
Okay,
his
he got
brother
an
is
uncle. He got an
fantastic.
uncle. He got a cousin.
He got a big family.
Do we need to go down to Kansas City and get some barbecue?
No, I'm finna make him come up here and cook for me. What you? Although he told my no, when I come up there next week, you gonna have to make some dressing.
I ain't thinking about you. I'm thinking about me. We going to Kansas City.
She said, I ain't thinking about you. Well, excuse the hell out of me. Shoot.
Carrie Ray said, "Hey, Mister, good night."
Yes. Good night, Mister. That's a hard working man right there. That
Good
is.
night, Mister. I be forgetting you told me he be watching the show.
He watches it sometime when he get a hot second, but he ain't long got off work.
Yeah. But
He
Carrie Ray
been
said
there.
I'm just over there for the entertainment. I am too, Carrie Ray, but sometimes I just can't help. Like the shit that's go see Karma Diva don't be following it, so she don't be some of this stuff. I just be
Mm-mm.
like gagging, like I can't believe the shit I am witnessing in the B
I
sector.
don't know. Okay, like I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all gonna laugh at me. Like
We
I
promise we
don't
know that.
know. Oh, you gonna laugh? Like I don't know where the beef sector is. Do I type in beef sector?
No,
Or like people be talking about black Twitter going crazy. Okay. Um,
no, you
do I
gotta
type
know
in black
like
Twitter?
nope, you
Who
gotta know
the
like the key players. This what I'll do for you. I did
That's
the
just
same
like
thing.
when people be like, "Oh, it was sold. They selling kidneys on the black market."
Oh shit.
Okay, where's the black
Where's the
market?
black market?
Do they got a catalog? Is it how
No,
do you
I'm gonna do
know?
the same thing I did to you to the homegirl Keisha. I'm gonna text you all the links to all the people in the B sector. And like I tell Keisha or anybody else I
Where
get
the
a
hell is she at?
girl, I don't know. She on the next block, I know that. You know we stay
Tell
only
her
like one
ass
block. We stay like a block from each other.
she in the damn wind. Tell her to
I
come
can
out the
see their
wind.
backyard. They can see my front of the house and I can see their backyard because she's literally
Oh,
not
she live
across
in
the
front
street
of
from
you,
me. Yeah, she's not across the street from me, but she's behind the houses across the street from me. So I can see her
like
backyard.
going over toward like going to my
Right,
grandparents' house.
right. Yep.
Okay,
And they on a hill, so she can look down at me and I can look up at them. So if they come out
yeah.
their house and go to their car, I can see them. If I'm sitting on the porch, like one day she hit me up, "Why your door open?" I'm like, "How you know my door open? You can see my house that well to see the doors open." And
Like
she said, "Yeah,
stalker.
I can see the door." And she didn't mean the screen door; she meant the door door. I'm
I
like, "You
know.
can see through my screen door and see my from that far?" She's like, "Yeah."
Damn, she got bionic eyes.
She do wear glasses now. She do wear glasses, so that might be why. Because when I was over her house, after she told me that, I went over her house one day and I stood in her driveway and I looked, down the hill across the street to
Yeah.
my house, and I couldn't tell if the door was open, if the door was shut, behind the screen door. So she got some good glasses, I guess.
Where your glasses at? I ain't seen you wear them in a minute.
That's because I ain't been on the camera in a minute, except for on Friday
Mm,
Night Live. It's been like 2 weeks.
hmm
Because every time I've been
I
going
know.
live, I've been going like during the daytime or on my breaks. I'm
I
like,
go
fuck that shit.
tomorrow.
Don't
I might
nobody
get
else
on.
know they
I'm
damn
going to get my.
face.
I might get on camera. I'm going to get my hair cut tomorrow. I ain't had it cut since the funeral,
I'm like,
and
I
it's
be the
growing.
only one showing my damn face with a whole bunch of damn uh what do you call these things?
Avatars.
Avatars.
I'm trying to look. I'm trying to
Oh,
get back. I'm getting there. Like I
now
said, I
you
gotta get my hair cut because my hair is, girl.
but I always be coming on camera. Always, always. I've been on YouTube for 4 years. From channel to channel, always show my face. But I'm like more and more and more, even when I have panels, I'm the only one showing my face and everybody else is an avatar. I'm like,
It's your channel.
and but still everybody else that I watch, they very rarely show their face. They all avatars. So I'm like, I come on screen when I want to. Shoot.
Well, I got a picture of me as my avatar if it make anybody feel better.
I mean, I do too. I show pictures of me sometimes as my avatar, but I don't know. It seems like the thing to do now. A
I
lot of
mean,
people
it is,
use the
and that is
whole.
a real picture of me, y'all. I want y'all to know that that is actually me.
Well, yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, they have seen you before, but I mean, a lot of YouTubers who used to come on screen all the time, like me, they don't anymore. They avatars. I don't know. People just,
Girl,
I
that's the
think
people
people
ain't got
got,
their hair done. They got snot running. They ain't got no teeth or something.
no,
Girl,
I mean, no, these are people
and
who like good
some
looking
people,
people.
some
Like,
women, they may not have their makeup on, or they may have fucked their eyebrows up when they was doing them. Hey.
but I'm just saying, just normal, regular, good looking people, just regular, everyday people who normally come online.
We're
Not
just
like all dressed up, not
ordinary
like all in
people.
makeup, not like it wasn't like they was just all bougified up. They was just always on screen, but they don't do it anymore. And I think it's because a lot of other people don't do it, so people just kind of following suit. Like, why the hell should I come online and people be coming online in their bed with the avatar. I'm laying in my bed, So
I ain't
I'm
gonna say nothing.
tomorrow morning I'm gonna be laying in my bed. No.
I'm sitting in mine right now. I'm eating grapes.
You eating grapes and I'm eating pistachios. You know I like my pistachios.
No, but I know you like nuts. No.
I do, girl. I do. Girl, did you see 50 Cent? He looked like a big old black nut.
What? Who said that? Mm.
Ooh,
I
50
don't know
Cent. I just wanted to just lick him up like a doggone.
from the neck down. He fine in a motherfucker.
Girl, no, he's cute. He's so,
Mm.
I love me some 50 Cent.
That
Whew.
nigga look like a gopher. Quit playing.
No, don't talk about my husband.
He look like a damn gopher.
Don't talk about my husband.
Your
Shoot,
husband.
girl, I didn't manage to snatch him from Vivica too. Don't talk about my
Mm.
husband.
I'm still on my Idris.
Girl, mm-hmm. He has his moments.
Mm. Every
Sometimes he
moment.
just look like I'm like that nigga
Mm.
ain't cute. It just depends. So he
Shit.
has his moments.
And you think
Sometimes
50
he
is cute?
looks real
Girl,
cute and
I
fine,
need
but
you to put them
sometimes he just
glasses
look.
on.
Girl, 50 Cent can get it. Ow, meet me in the
Mm.
club. Na, na, na,
Mm.
na, na, na. I got what you need.
Mm.
Na, 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 na. I
Yeah,
got
he can get it as long as he put a
the
bag over his head,
Mm-mm.
plastic or paper. Don't matter.
Girl, girl, he looks good. He looks good. He looks good.
From the
Hmm.
neck down.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
and he looked so sexy the other night doing the little Super Bowl. Look like a little. Okay, let me. All right. Anyway, it's been real. It's almost midnight, and
Damn.
I know time just been flying. I gotta get up early, child, so I can go to work across the room. Uh,
She said go. Right. Like I get up and I'm still doing paperwork, so I get up
hey,
and
but in my new house, my office is farther down the hallway, so I really have to like walk. It's like farther away.
when
So
we moving.
feel like, well, okay, here's the deal. I was supposed to close on the 17th, but then my lender said, well, because I guess not a whole lot of people are buying and closing right now. So she said we
Mhm.
should be able to do it earlier, like maybe around the 8th. So I was like, okay, the 8th is cool. But then she hit me up last week and she said there's this grant that comes out on the 7th of March. Now I know we said you could close on the 8th, but this grant, if I sign you up for it, it's like $7,500, but it takes like 10 days to find out if you're approved or not. So she said, would you be okay if you have to close like a week or so later to get that
Yeah.
7,500? I say yes. Yeah, yes. But so I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not, but she said she think I meet all the qualifications and she's gonna apply for it for me.
Well, that's what's
So
up.
I told her, I said,
Congratulations.
well, we did say originally the 17th, so that'll be about that time.
All right. Well,
So
that's
because
what's up.
technically speaking, if we talking about the 8th, right now we ain't even packed. We ain't packed shit yet. Like literally, we ain't packed shit because
Ain't
I'm
even packed
like,
a lunch.
I want to wait till my appraisal goes through and my appraisal is going to be what's today, Monday. My appraisal should be by Thursday or Friday. So the appraisal is like the last thing. Like whether I get the grant or not, the appraisal is like the last step to, if the loan, if the whole thing goes through. So
Mhm.
I think it'll be okay though, because with the appraisal, they basically just make sure that the seller isn't trying to, get one over on you, trying to charge you way above. They got
Right.
to go through the neighborhood, make sure they're not asking outrageous prices compared to other houses in the neighborhood. You know how it goes.
Right. Right.
So that's all the appraisal is. There, the inspection. I don't know if you saw the post. The inspection. They had a list of things that they said, well, this needs to be replaced. This needs to be looked at. Da 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 da. So we took the list. We gave it to the seller, and the seller's been working on all the things on the list. So everything else has been going great. Then of course
That's
we
what's
had
up.
that gas leak the other day. And I've been recording and chronicling this whole experience since last year when I first started looking for houses. So I recorded that too. I recorded that too. But for the people who've been asking, because people have been hitting me up in my comment section saying, how did it go with the gas company and the leak? And if you want to see the video, I posted the video yesterday. So the video is up. It's about 20 minutes long. Me at the house. Girl, I was fretting. I was fretting because I had to go to that funeral Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And on my way home from the funeral, I get this call. I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't answer. So I checked my voicemail because I was like, "Oh shit, must be important." They left me a voicemail, and it's this lady, and you could tell she black. This lady, and she's like, "This is such a such from MUD. This is emergency. Da, 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 your house because I had already transferred the services to start. On a certain day.
I was gonna say the new
So,
house or the old house,
yeah,
the
the
house you
new
in now.
house, the new house,
Damn.
because we were supposed to be closing on the 8th. So I'm like, that's a few weeks away. So last week I called and I'm moving here, cut this off here. When you transfer shit. And
Yeah.
so they had my number. They had originally was trying to reach the seller, but after trying to unsuccessful reaching him, they was like, well shit, let's call the buyer. Maybe she can get in contact with the seller. So they called me and they said the house that you're buying, there's a gas leak, and I had to call my realtor. He called the seller's realtor, and we finally reached the seller. And oh my god, it was a mess, man. I pulled up to the house, and literally, when you got out the car, you could just smell the gas.
Mm.
Just all through the neighborhood, you could just smell the gas. And so they were
Mm.
about to break down the damn door because the seller was taking too long, and the
But
locks.
was the gas leak at the house or was it
It was on the
like a
outside.
underground?
It was an underground gas leak, but it was
Mm.
in the yard. It was like along the sidewalk of the
Yeah.
house. And so they tried to call every locksmith in the area. They all talking about it's a 2-3 hour wait. I'm like, this is MUD, it's a gas leak. They need to get in the house, and y'all can't like make a special. Nope. So the seller, I mean, it was almost an hour after they were first contacted, and then add on like 30 minutes on top of that. That's how long it took for the seller to get there. They was about to bust
Damn.
the door down
But
because
then again, who knows? They might have been out of town. They might have been
no, they
on
was
a.
here. The dude was just at the house fixing the shit that was on the list.
But
He
I'm saying they
comes
might have been on
outside.
an excursion
No, no,
somewhere.
no, no. Listen. This what happened. When I got there, I asked the MUD people. I said, "How did y'all know it was gas leak? Who called y'all? Was it a neighbor?" And they said, "We don't know who called, but somebody called." So I'm like, "That's strange." And so anyway, I would think if it was a neighbor, they would have come outside. Hey, yeah, we the one who called you, or. So anyway,
Mhm.
the seller finally gets there, and he lets them in the house. And when he comes out the house, I it's all on video. I'm asking the seller, were you here earlier? Because they said there's fresh tracks in the yard. And it was over by where the pipe or whatever thingy, whatever,
He broke the pipe.
girl, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't want to accuse allegedly in my Tasha K voice.
Ooh.
So this what he said happened. He said he was in the house because one of the things on the list was the master bathroom, the tub drained slow. So he was in there snaking it and fixing it, right?
He probably poured some some chemicals that didn't
Girl,
mix.
I don't know. But he said after he fixed the tub, He came outside and he smelled gas. And he said he called MUD. So I'm asking him, so you mean to tell me, and I asked this scenario to other people who own homes. And I said, if you smell gas on the outside of your house and you call the gas company, would you just leave? And they said, hell no, I would sit outside of my car or across the street or somewhere and wait for them to get there because they for sure might need entrance into the house. He left. He just left. And then he
He
wasn't
said the
answering
house
the
ain't
phone.
his responsibility no
It
more.
is his responsibility. We have not closed yet. That's his house. He's the
He
owner
said,
of the house.
he
He's
said,
the owner. He's still the owner of the house. We have not closed. We have not met with our realtors together to sign the last final pieces of paper. He still owns that house. I could back out right now if I wanted to. He still owns that house. He left. And it was just a coincidence because it's like you was fixed on the house, then you smell gas and you just bounce. You called them. You didn't even say you was the owner. They didn't even know who called.
mm.
They didn't even know it was the owner of the house who called in the gas leak. So that's why I was thinking that I think he did something.
Like I said, you talking about the tub was draining slow.
He
He
said the tub, yeah, the tub was draining slow because one of the things on the list was the tub was draining slow and there was like a leak behind the faucet or something, a
I
water leak.
know my grandfather did that one time. The tub
Yeah,
was draining, and I don't know what the hell that old country man poured down there.
I don't know what this man did, Comfort
But
Diva. I don't know.
they ended up having to call because the smell got so bad in the neighborhood. They called MUD. And he's sitting there, my grandfather's sitting there like he don't know what's going on, knowing it was him. I don't know what he done poured down that tub. It worked, whatever the hell it was. But he's sitting there giggling. That's just my grandfather would start trouble and then start giggling because
Mm-hmm.
he know he done did some shit. And he's sitting there knowing he done did it and got everybody outside their damn houses.
Well,
But
I don't know what this dude did. I don't know. He said he was snaking the drain. He said he fixed it too.
a
Like,
lot of
he's
people
been going over the list
stupidly
that the inspection guy, the list that he gave us.
inspector.
He's been going through the list and fixing all the things on the list, and I still can't believe he just left the house. There's no way I would have just left the house. Like, it's a gas, like it could be like the shit could blow. I mean, you never know. Like, and you just left. But then when he
Mm,
got there, girl, I was like, ooh, look at this fine ass Mexican or Hispanic or whatever the hell his ass
like,
was
miss, yes,
fine.
we can.
He was fine as all get out. And he was young. He probably looked like he was about 30. I'm like, look at this man own his own construction
That's
company.
okay.
And
I'll be a cougar.
he owned his own construction company.
Oh,
And
I forgot I'm married.
they
I
buy
ain't married, but
and flip houses. And I was like, look at this young man. He looked no older than 32, maybe 30. Girl,
mm.
I was like, this the owner? Okay, shoot, he over here flip. What else you want to flip, nigga? Nah, but
Oh,
anyway, um, I was
flipping mattresses?
I
What?
was like, man, girl, no, he was cute.
You
He was
better be
cute.
glad I got a mister. I got Let me remind myself, I
Girl,
got a
I
mister.
got a man.
I
What you
got a
gotta
mister.
do with me? I got a man. Hey, nah, but yeah,
Right. And I got a good man, so let
he
me
was
stop.
cute. He was cute. But
I got a
anyway,
good man.
when y'all gonna like be in the same area? Like when is anybody ever gonna move? Like, or y'all just gonna continue with long distance relationship forever?
I don't know. He claimed he's trying to, cause he got on with Amazon,
Oh, okay, that's a good
and
job.
he's doing that. Yeah, he's doing that part time for right now, but he wants to go full time. But they have not completed. the warehouse up here. So right now, it wouldn't be beneficial to move up here if the job ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Versus once they get all of that finished and completed, then he'll come on up and move up here. Because I was like, I can't see me packing up and moving to KC. That just, mm-mm. It's all right place to visit.
So are they building a new location? Because we got an Amazon location already that's been open
Where?
out west, southwest, Omaha.
I'm talking about the one they building out 72nd,
No, I
like
was talking
over there
about,
by Cunningham.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is they building a new location because they already got one.
They building a huge one out there.
Okay, has he tried to get on to the one that's already open?
No, I don't even. I didn't know there. I didn't even know there was one here already.
Yeah, there's one here. There's one in Council Bluffs. Like most of our
Amazon or
packages,
Google?
most of Amazon, most of our packages come from Council Bluffs, from the one in Council Bluffs.
Now that I did not know.
Like if you ever look on your Amazon order, the last spot it hits is usually Council Bluffs.
Well, I'm gonna have to look because I just. Oh yeah, and shout out to CP. I ordered me
A
some of
new
them
shirt.
cameras. Them
Oh
cameras.
yeah, but
I
no.
got. I ordered. I know he
Oh
got his off of Wish, but I found some on Amazon today. They were $40 a piece.
yes, that I keep forgetting I need to do that. But yeah, I was gonna tell you we got one in Council Bluffs, we got one in Bellevue, we got one in Southwest Omaha. It's Amazon warehouses all over
Mm.
this area.
Well, I might have to tell
Papillion
him
is the
that.
one. Papillion is the one I was talking about though when I said Southwest.
But see,
But
it
there's like four of
also
them here.
now even though now let me say this, even though they have them, they may not have his position open too. That may be it too.
Oh,
But
he
I
might
would
want to check
definitely
into it.
tell him. Yeah,
Yeah, because he might not know that they hear,
yeah.
But
So I will tell him.
yeah,
I know I told him, I
I
said, you
always knew they
scared to
had the
be
one
a
in Council Bluffs. I always knew that one was there. I didn't know um that they was building one in Cunningham
now I
where.
knew they had oh yeah, I knew they was building the one out at Cunningham.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I hate going
Yeah.
over there.
Do you?
It's all dark and scary.
It is very dark.
It is.
And
It's
I
like
got cousins that live out there and it be man, at night it's a good thing where they live at. It's a straight shot, so I don't have to do. But I had somebody else I knew that lived out there, and all like you know how it is. It's dark and all them winding roads, and you
and
ain't
they don't
familiar
have
with the
no
street
lights.
names over
Like they
there.
don't have no lights. You gotta drive with your bright lights on because there's like no
It's
lights
pitch
out
black
there.
over there,
And I'm like,
and
I'm
that's
not
crazy
scared.
because they cannot. That is not considered a part of Omaha,
It's not. Nope.
and
Nope.
that's crazy as hell to me.
Because
I'm
they
like, it's
literally right down the street from Emmanuel Hospital.
I was about to say they are like a mile and a half away from the damn hospital.
But you like, remember when I was telling you about the white people who be living down in you know, over there off of 42nd, the Confederate
Mhm.
flag people, all them, they down in I
Mhm.
don't even know what to call the shit, like on the dirt roads, all like hidden away and shit. They like them areas is not considered Omaha. Like they have like the 68154 zip codes, and everybody else is like 68111, 68112. That's like that was like a city separate from Omaha back in the day, and they never been annexed. I mean, they
What
never
down
been
there in
like,
Florence?
no, not Florence. Like, okay, you know how, let's say you're coming from 42nd and Sorensen, right? And
Yeah.
you're going away from Cubbies. So, you're going towards Curtis, you're going,
Yeah.
and you go all the way till you can't go no more. And there's that bar that keeps you from going down in that dirt road. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And then you
Okay.
take that little road off, that little
That's one of the
curvy road.
That's
Like you
one
going
of the
behind McMillan.
entrances. Now, remember when I told you the story um about me and I, I try not to incriminate myself, but
Oh, that's where you said you was walking at down
no,
through
no,
there.
no. We was no,
Oh,
we
okay.
were well, we were on foot, but we were up to some mischief one night, and we was doing
Mm.
something we shouldn't be doing. So some white boys or whatever caught us, and they was on the back of a pickup truck. They had Confederate flags. This was like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, and they chased us up Redmond to the Redmond apartments. You know the townhomes,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we were hiding under cars and all kind of shit. We were scared. We was super terrified and scared. They had I call them cowboys, hillbillies. I don't know what the hell they were,
Down
but
on Redmond.
yes, from the dirt roads, like there's so many of them. That's not the only entrance. See, the only reason why I know is because when I stayed over there a long time ago, I'm nosy. And so when I see a dirt road, I would go down into the dirt road.
You know, I have. I know which one you talking about now. That one. I know exactly what you're talking about because it's the dirt road leading past Wakanda. But
Right,
you
but
keep
that's
going
only
down the
one of
hill.
them. That's only one of them. You know, behind where Wintergreen or Mayat,
Mm-hmm.
there's some more behind there too. And
Because
and
they
it's
connect
right,
over there
yeah.
by
They
like
connect
Prince of
to
Peace and all of that, kind of
and
going down towards like Forest Lawn
I was just about to say that they go towards Forest Lawn. There's a lake
and
back
Raven
there
Oaks.
where all the deer be at, and there's a lake back
Mm-hmm.
there. Yes, they down
Going
in
down there in the Raven Oaks area.
yes, and they I believe they don't come out. They like come out maybe once a week, once a month to go shopping. Like the road that I went into when I went down there, it seemed all normal. I'm driving, I'm being nosy, I'm driving, trying to see where it leads to. I don't know why I even did it. But the further I got down there, the road was closing in on me to where you can barely even turn your car around. And I started seeing like animals and pigs and stuff like that, and little raggedy houses and Confederate flags. So my ass got scared.
That
And
would have
I
been
mean, when I say
my.
I have to, you know how you turn around, just say you like on the edge of a road on both sides, and you gotta scoot up, scoot back, scoot up, scoot back. It took me so long to turn my car around because the road had like it was wide, and then it just
You
kind of
doing an
closed.
Austin Powers.
Man, I was so scared. I was praying. I was like, when I saw the Confederate flags, that's all I need to see. Now, when this shit happened when we was younger, and they was chasing us in the middle of the night, it just hit me when I found the road later in life because I never
Mm,
knew all those areas was down in there, and is more. It's not just that one, but because that one is by that cemetery on 42nd.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not the only one. And I'm thinking, well, what all is down in there? It could be a whole damn city down there, all kind of relatives and family members and friends, and you know what
I
I'm saying.
wonder if anybody. I know that's the old Jewish cemetery, but I wonder if anybody still uses that one.
I don't know because I never see anybody over there. Every time,
I never see. And like I said, I know it's the old Jewish one, and I know they got a newer one out west, but I don't. I never see anybody go there.
girl, I need to. I want me a map that show me detailed locations of those areas because I
I see. I'm not like that. I'm not curious
see,
about
I
dirt
am.
roads and
I've always been
nah.
curious about the city. Like, I used to work in real estate for a long time. That was, when the real estate market crashed, I kept getting laid off and laid off and laid off by different real estate companies because the whole market had just turned upside down. And so I was
Mm,
always very interested in property, how much they cost, how much it's worth, when this was built. I could drive by a house right now and the house will just look interesting to me. It could be old, it could be just the way it was built, really creative features on the house, and I'll come home and I'll look it up. Like I used to be like that, like a lot. And so
You probably used to get up on Sunday mornings and watch that damn MP Dodge show, huh?
yes, yes, yes. You know, over there by Raven Oaks, like not Raven Oaks, but going like there's a neighborhood over there where I mean the houses are all worth like 500,000, 600,000,
Mhm.
and
Them some
they're like
beautiful houses up in there.
right, right. And so I would see one that just looked so beautiful, and I had to come home. How much is this house worth? It wasn't like being nosy and trying to find people. It wasn't
I'm gonna
nothing
tell
like I've
you where
just always
some
been interested in
beautiful
property.
homes is, and when I say that's a honeycomb hideouts up in
Oh,
there,
hmm,
man, when you go up behind Forest Line, like you take
hmm,
that road on the side of Forest Line,
uh-huh.
what is that? State Street? Yeah, that's
That's
State
what I'm
Street,
talking about. That's
cause
what
it
I'm
take you
talking about.
all the way down to High V down to third. It take you from
That's what I'm talking about.
what is
But
that?
it starts
Fifth?
way up, like
It takes you from like 54th all
like
the way
no
down to
56,
30th.
56. It takes you from 56. That's what I'm talking about. That neighborhood and all the
Mhm.
houses are like three, four,
Them
$500,000.
houses is huge. They
Yeah.
are
And you
gorgeous.
be thinking like, dang, these houses are not that far from the hood. It's
They
like
not.
it's like you come from the hood, you cross the street, and then it's like $500,000 houses. And in the hood, the houses are like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000.
Mhm.
So yeah, I used to always be interested in properties and how much they worth, and I
Now
don't know.
it was babe's cousin just moved from over there. He was living by the where the nuns retirement house that
Hmm.
what is that called? Sisters of Mercy.
Yeah, Sisters of Mercy. Hmm.
He was living over there. He had a duplex. When I say that was, I didn't even know that they had houses and well, I mean, obviously, but that duplex was fire. I was like, damn. It was, I mean, that whole little area, and it was so quiet over there. Girl, I went outside one morning to go smoke. It was damn deers and shit hopping. I was like, ah, I
You
know
know,
this is right.
you remember
I know
where I
this.
used to live? It was deers over there all the time. You would come home late at
Yep.
night and it'd be deer just walking down the street.
Oh,
Like,
they be over there. They really now. They really be out now.
yeah,
Girl, hell, one day about 2 years ago, we was sitting outside here where I'm at now, and Baby Diva goes, a deer. And we was like, what? She was outside playing. She's like, there's a deer. Girl, it was a deer. He kept running back and forth across 52nd Street from from Boyd Street back over to the boys' home, and then he kept coming back. And then the next thing we know, he ran on through the yard of the boys' home, and I know he hit Ames because I started hearing tires.
tires screeching.
I don't know where he went after that, but I started hearing tires. I was like, oh, he's on Ames now.
Girl, I would never forget when I saw a dead deer laying on the sidewalk around 52nd and Sourcing.
Mm-mm.
Like it must have crossed the street and got hit, and they popped his ass
Now
right
I
across
do
the
see him a
sidewalk.
lot, like right when you pass where the horses are, and you coming around
Yep,
that bend, like you going towards the manual.
yep,
They always be dead over there on the
yep,
sidewalk.
yep.
I'm like, dang. But I'm finna get off here too, cause I still got to get up in the morning. But I want y'all to say a prayer for my son.
Okay.
He it kind of scared him last night, and I told him there was nothing to be scared of. But since it was his first encounter, he told me that um about 4 o'clock this morning, Mama came and visited him.
Oh
He
wow.
said he opened his eyes and she was standing there, and she was talking to him. He said, and at first he got scared, and said she was like, I'm okay. How you been? How's everybody doing? What happened to the song you was supposed to write me? Just talking to him. And he said he was talking, but he was like, Mom, that freaked me out so bad. And
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? I said, she had probably been on your mind, and you were probably a little sad thinking about her. He was like, yeah. I said, she wanted you to know that she was okay.
Yeah.
I said, she's fine.
Oh.
And I said, don't worry about it. But that really shook him up. But
I
I
would
had,
have been shooken up too. I would have been shook up.
but see, the thing is with me, and he brought it up, and I was like, yeah, that's been happening to me since I was little. And I mean, since I was like 8, 9 years old, that's been happening to me. Family members and friends have been coming to talk to me. And I used to tell people about it, but then people started looking at me like I was crazy. So I stopped talking about it. But I was like, you know what? After I got grown, I was like, I ain't gonna let nobody tell me I ain't seen and heard what I seen and heard. So he was like, yeah, that's you've been experiencing this your whole life. He was like, this is my first time. And I'm like, well, ain't nothing to be nervous about. I said, you know, that's your grand, and she the last person that would ever hurt you.
Mhm.
So if she comes to you again, just talk to her. I said, and be glad that she came to you to see you and
Mhm.
see about you.
Mhm.
But I don't want him to be nervous about that, and I don't want him, to be too shooken up. So
Right.
let's just pray that he gets some strength and comfort, and just some comfort knowing that she's okay and that she's looking out for him.
Mhm. We definitely will. Definitely will.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
but
definitely.
I'm going. I'm gonna get off of here. I
Me
love
too. I'm
ya.
leaving when you leave,
And
child.
I said I wasn't gonna be on here long. I said I was gonna hop on here a minute, and doggone it, if
I
you didn't make me
know.
stay on here.
Well, we went almost 2 hours. I was trying to do like actually my goal was not to go past midnight, but oh well. It's 12:26. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. I'll just be going live randomly throughout the the rest of this month because as I've said, before, I'm working a lot of hours. They
Mhm.
didn't ask us, they didn't put the overtime in, for this month so we can get caught up on claims and stuff. So, and I've been signing up for overtime because, hey, shit, I'm gonna
Why
take
not?
it when it's available, and I got so much stuff that I'm trying to buy when I move into the new house. It's a bigger place. I need more furniture, things like that, transfer fees, deposits, U-Haul, moving, you know what I mean? So I'm
Mhm.
taking advantage of it. That's why I haven't been doing my normal evening shows, not even with my pastor. I haven't been doing my TV show reviews, nothing. I just been coming live randomly here and there. So,
And
um,
I will um let y'all know for sure what date I am going to do the panel, because I really would like to do a panel on
yeah,
that. I think these are a couple of topics that we really do need to discuss.
yeah,
You know.
we can panel up definitely. I'll share it and I'll support. You know, we'll
I
come through.
appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll come through. But you need to start your other channel too. Work
Yeah.
on doing that too, so you can have
Yeah.
because I
I'm
always
working on that. Uh-huh.
yeah, you already know I always believe in any YouTuber should have more than one channel.
Well, that is my
So
second channel. That's
yeah.
why it just sits there.
Well, see the channel. See, actually, the channel that you have is Karma Diva.
Mhm.
It has videos on there that are called Karma Diva chats.
Yeah, the Karma Diva combos, yeah.
Right, but that's still under that channel.
Yeah.
So it's one channel. So you got one channel.
No. I have two channels, but only one has videos on it.
Oh, so which one
Yeah.
don't have videos on it?
The one that's actually called the actual channel, Karma Diva Combos. That's an
Okay,
actual channel.
hold on. Let me
But
try to find.
then
Because when I looked up Carmel Diva Convos before, see, I'm looking at it now, and every time I pull up, it's a whole bunch of videos called Carmel Diva Convos, and they're
Yeah,
all
those are the
under,
videos on my regular channel. That's
yeah,
my regular
yeah,
channel.
yeah. Those
But
are
there's
on
a
Carmel
actually
Diva.
but yeah, there's an actual YouTube channel, Carbon Diva Combos.
Okay, well, I probably can't find it because you know how it is when you have a channel that's either brand new or don't have a lot of videos on it. It don't
Mhm.
always come up when you type it in. So you're
Right.
gonna have to go to it and find a link for me, and then I can share that link and we can start like promoting it and having people subscribe and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
when I start putting stuff on there.
yeah, yeah,
But
that'll work. All right, honey.
all right, my dear. Well, I thank y'all and everybody. We thank you for hanging with us, for joining us tonight. For those of
Yeah.
y'all not cuddled up underneath somebody, or even if you are, we appreciate y'all spending time with us tonight.
Hmm.
Um, we want to thank you. Everybody be safe, be blessed, stay vigilant, and
And all y'all people out there, don't do nothing I wouldn't do on Valentine's Day. No, I'm
it
just
ain't
playing.
a whole lot that
I'm just
we
teasing.
gonna
I'm just teasing. Y'all have fun and enjoy. Those of you who are in relationships, enjoy it to the
or
fullest.
situationships.
Oh Lord, and Mama
Enjoy
Dear
y'all
knows. Oh
selves.
Lord, child. Anyway, let me find me a little situation. Anyway, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always what?
Keep it hood.
Bye.
Peace.
Good night. Love you.
Good night. Love you more.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.